Welcome to the Sonia Buchanan Show, where we inspire one life, one smile at a time. Welcome, everyone, to the Sonia Buchanan Show, where we inspire one life, one smile at a time. Listen, we have a really great show for you today. But first, let me give you the title. It's called Natural and Spiritual Laws Doesn't Know What Inflation Is. Yes, I wanted to do that because everyone is really tapped out right now, or they're being impacted by our economy financially. And I wanted to touch bases on that. Just give you a little encouragement to know that everything is going to be okay. But I wanted to do that title because there is a reoccurring of cycles such as the time that we're going through. And I just want to familiarize those who have experienced it and maybe you just forgot that you got through it, then you was financially blessed, and then now we're back in this hurdle of financial economic whirlwind, if that's what you want to call it. But listen, you guys, again, our title is called Natural and Spiritual Laws Doesn't Know What Inflation Is. I wanted to talk to you guys about that because many of you is probably wondering, how long is this going to last? Who knows? But one thing I can say to you is that it only lasts as long as you think it's going to last. It is really determined by individual and how you handle and how you process and how you prepare, how you get in order when it's pertaining to your individual life. And again, that the Sonia Buchanan Show, it's about inspiring one life, one smile at a time, not just my life, but individually lives. So it could impact your life in a prosperous way during this economic what do you call it? Economic whirlwind or fluctuation. But it's really up to you by just setting aside and thinking about what are some of the natural and spiritual laws that you can just align yourself so you won't be fully impacted by the cost of things is getting higher and higher and higher, by just simple little laws that you can do for yourself and just being awakened of what you're doing during this time. This is something that we have to just take inventory of our lives and what we're doing and what we're spending, not necessarily changing our lives and being stoic and not enjoying the time, because every day is a day of enjoyment. But the natural and spiritual laws doesn't know what inflation is, because it's not inferior to mankind and how they handle financial businesses and how they handle how the economy here operates. The natural laws, let me give you an example of that. Natural laws are basically things that are just nature itself. The other day I went to my parents' house, and my parents have a yard full of vegetables and fruit. And my mother kept telling me to come over and telling her children to come over and pick the fruit off the tree because it's too much for them to eat. So I go over, they have really, I don't know if you saw the post that I posted last week on my social media account. And most of the fruit has been picked off the tree because at a set time, natural states that these fruits, it's plums actually I was picking. It's time to pick the plums. Otherwise, if you don't pick them, they will spoil. So they had a massive amount of plums to pick from. But one of the things that I do know, although we have an economy that the economic financial is going higher, we having to pay for things a little bit more than what we would normally pay. But the fruit on that tree did not respond to the economy. It just continued to grow like it normally would. It's not affected by what the economy is doing and how much I pay for a loaf of bread, how much I pay for a dozen of eggs, and how much gas is. It doesn't affect it at all. These are natural laws. And a garden, it doesn't affect it. You can't even, human beings can't even touch the natural laws. It's not affected. It doesn't even know what It doesn't know what inflation is. It doesn't know what a famine is unless